Thank you.
Ron?
Thank you.
Best friend of the show.
That's right.
As I mentioned, it's now a Redskins logo on your chest. We're about a month removed for you making that decision. What's it been like the first few weeks in Washington?
It's been very hectic, very busy. You know, took the job very early with the idea of trying to get started early, and it's been pretty good. You know, I got the staff in quickly. We were able to start our evaluation, start working our scheme. So I think we're a little bit ahead of the game right now. So I'm excited about where we are in terms of our work and things that we need to get done.
I know you're excited about where you are, but how about where you're going? You got a young quarterback in Dwayne Haskins. What was the first impression of a young Haskins as you look forward to picking your starting quarterback and then doing something in the next season?
Well, very impressed with him. You know, got an opportunity to go back, look at the games that he played, looked at his first real start, and that was against Detroit, where they did a lot of game planning for him and gave him an opportunity to really go out and play some good football. I liked the fourth quarter. I liked the last two drives when he had to put him in position to score. They did. They won the football game. And then I watched the remaining games, and you saw the development. So there is some growth. There is some growth potential there. You know, and we also got to take a look at Alex Smith. He's a guy trying to come back from that horrific leg injury. So we'll see how things go as we start getting into the OTAs and minicamps.
Coach, we are excited for you to revitalize this team. It's a big task, of course. We have a young quarterback and young players just starting their professional careers. Terry McLaurin really lit it up. We love Darius Geis when he's out there on the field, among others. So what is exciting you about these skill players?
Well, the biggest thing more so than anything else is that they are first and second and third year players. You know, we had three rookie wide receivers that played a lot of football. Darius Geis, who you mentioned coming off the knee injury, who played some quality football. So you look at the offense, there's a lot of good young talent. And again, you know, Dwayne Haskins getting his opportunity. So what will happen next year is if you play these guys get an opportunity to get on the field. It won't be too big for them because they've played a lot of quality football already.
Ron, if we go back to Carolina, one of the best players I'm sure you've ever coached completely caught us off guard a few weeks back. Luke Kuechly decides to retire. What was that like for you, and what will you remember about coaching Luke?
Well, you know, first and foremost, Luke came by and visit with me when I was back in town, and we had a chance to talk. We really didn't talk about that, but he called me an hour just before it went out that he was going to retire, and it makes sense. Just knowing who he is and understanding where the game is in his mind and in his life, you know, it's a good situation for him to walk away from the game now. So, hey, I support him. I think it was a great decision on his part because, again, it is about your health as you go forward in life.
You know, Ron, I'm going to break the fourth wall a little bit. In addition to being a coach and a friend of the show, you're also a great husband and a great father. I thought you had a beautiful message on the Redskins team Twitter feed this week I want to share with the rest of the audience. They asked you, in light of the Kobe Bryant news and what Ella Duncan did at ESPN, what's it like being a girl dad? And I know you are a proud father of a very talented and wonderful daughter of yours. What is it like being a girl dad?
You know, I think it's really cool because, you know, one of the things that I've always talked about is having that responsibility as a head coach to try and set the example for our players. And so one of the things is that I do take it very seriously, but I am very proud of who she is, and I try to create opportunities for her as she's gone through her life, and she's done a great job. I mean, I'm so proud of who she is. I'm proud of my son as well, just very proud of the kids that we're raising right now. So, again, like I said, I just want to make sure I'm setting the right example for our players.
Every time we visit with you, that impression comes through, and I know that is why you are welcomed so much in Washington and in Carolina. There's a family atmosphere that transfers from your family to your locker room.
Yeah, and I think it's important because, again, you know, we've got to be able to build confidence, trust, you know, this culture that we want, and I think that's going to help us as we go forward as an organization, as a team.
You know, last segment out on the beach, Peter had to build a lot of confidence, too. Because he was out there scantily clad. And the reason I bring that up, Peter, is last time Coach came on, we modeled some T-shirts for him, right?
Yes.
Ron, you are known for your signature T-shirts at the press conference. We did a fashion show, and you even took one of our T-shirts and ended up wearing it. It said, "I love GMFB." Yeah. It was a thrill for us to have that. So we're nothing if not people who double down on things about us. So we right now are going to give you some more T-shirt suggestions.
Okay.
And I would love you to pick your favorite if that works out.
I need some confidence. I can do this?
Yeah, I think we can. Yes, let's do it right now. Guys, let's start off with the first shirt for Mr. Ron Rivera. This shirt is for anyone who wants to throw it back to the 90s, Ron. Okay. You had a great 90s. It's been described as excellent and perfect for party time. It also tells the world you are all in on Dwayne Haskins. It is Dwayne's world, party time, excellent. What do you think of this one, Ron?
I think it's good, and it's one that you're hopeful for, that it develops and becomes our future.
Okay. I've got one for you. Ready? Our next shirt's going to stay in the 90s, but it's going to add a little more of a hip-hop flavor. When you put this on, you'll want to stop, collaborate, And listen, Coach, because Darius Geis is back with a brand new meniscus.
Hey.
You know?
Wow.
With its silky white material, you'll stay comfy and cool, rocking this style all day. How do you think this shirt would look at a press conference this season?
Well, I'll tell you, if he comes out and plays to his ability, hopefully I'll get to wear that an awful lot.
I like that.
Okay,
to your mother.
Moving on to the next part of the Rivera catalog, we got this tee right here. Now, this is featuring the man known as Scary Terry. Can we pull this one up? Okay. This shirt will make you quick ditch the rest of your outfit, the rest of your wardrobe. It's sleek, it's snug, it even comes in a 9 3/4. When people start commenting on this one, you'll never want to take it off.
Okay.
How do you feel about this one for the wardrobe? Scary Terry.
And I do think he's a scary player because, again, he's the guy that, will try and create opportunities to put the ball in his hands, kind of get the defense a little off track. So, again, I think it's another one of those I hope to wear a lot.
You know what's great about this? We're going to make whichever one Ron picks. We're going to ask you to wear it, so he knows this.
Shout out Vanilla Gorilla.
That's right.
That's exactly
You got
right.
Peter. Bring it home.
Last one. Let's check this one out here. Classic maroon top brings back memories of a man who came to the nation's capital to make a difference.
Oh, my God.
Ron likes it. Ron likes this
For a
one.
man who will not yield. This number looks good on anyone looking for a new job in a new town. Crafted from the world's softest fabrics, this shirt screams, I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. Whether you're trying to turn a franchise around or filibuster on the Senate floor, this is what you should be wearing.
That's it.
What do you think of that one, Coach?
I did like that one, but again, I think I'm going to lean towards one of our players.
Okay.
Most certainly. And,
Okay.
Of course.
All right.
So we had the
You have
Wayne's
to
World
pick
for
one.
Dwayne Haskins, Ice Ice Baby for Darius Geis,
Scary Terry.
and then we had the Harry Potter, which was like a Terry Potter. Which one do you want to do, Ron? Which one do you like the most?
Pick one.
I got to lean towards the Terry.
It's Gary.
Terry,
Oh, that's awesome.
Terry.
Start the silk screening now.
Brilliant. Will you be at NFL Honors tomorrow?
No.
won't be
We've
enough.
got a couple of events that we'll be doing. One that I'm going to be doing with is going to be USAA, which is very near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
We're saluting several of the military veterans that USA and coaches and players have treated to be here at the Super Bowl. So I'm pretty excited about that.
I know your guy Christian McCaffrey was joining us on the show just yesterday talking about that very cause.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
he's gonna be there.
it's very near and dear to his heart as well. But hey, before I leave, again, we talked about
What we
wardrobe.
got going on here?
We have the Riverboat Ron logo, which we use for charity, and again, so we've changed the color scheme, obviously.
Have to.
Okay.
And so here, Miss Kay.
Oh,
Thank you.
Look at you. Look at this, Ron.
Hey, this is official, brother.
Thank you so much, Coach.
There you go.
we get to go on the boat.
There you go.
I love it.
There you go.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
Getting right into
No
this.
gambling wearing this one.
Oh, this is clean. I'm wearing this tonight
Thank
to the
you so
club.
much.
You're welcome.
Listen, you are one of our favorite guests, and you're an inspiration to us, and just a tremendous person and asset. So thank you so much for being and taking time for us. And we know what is a busy schedule for you.
Well,
today.
thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Player, you want to get everything you can, out of this game when you're playing, because at my position, you don't play very long. So exactly, I want to get, I feel like my worth, and I just get with my agent and try to figure things out. But at the end of the day, like you said, the money, has to be there, because that's what this league is.
That's what it is.
Nate working his magic. That's
That's all
nobody
right.
else. It works. I'm telling you, there's guys in the league who owe him.
Nate, you were such a hype man.
I try to be. I just keep it real. Play the game to get paid. That's what everybody else does when they leave college. It's no different in the league, and I feel like he deserves to get paid.
But what does get paid mean? Well, take a listen to what Henry said to Rich Eisen the day after about where he sees contract negotiations starting.
Is Zeke numbers the floor? Is that the floor?
Zeke numbers is the floor.
I mean, that's it, right? I mean, he's the guy. He had a contract. You are a free agent. I mean, so you can pretty much dictate in a way what you would like to have happen. And so you will test the market, or is it a way that Tennessee could prevent that from happening? Is what you're saying?
I hope they prevent it from happening. I love to stay in Tennessee, and then see what happens, though. It's all, got to talk to my agent, work things out with them, and,
Okay, and you led the league in carries and yards, and so you have pretty much put your resume on the table for the Tennessee Titans.
I hope so. I did. I hope so.
Zeke Elliott, huh? Well, if Zeke's numbers are the floor, negotiations for Derrick Henry would then start at $15 million per year. He's the league's leading rusher. He did carry his team to an AFC Championship appearance. Does that mean that Derrick Henry should be the highest paid running back in the NFL?
Very complicated, Kay.
It is.
Here's what I would say. The idea that you look at the game and say, we got to just pay this guy. And he carried him. He was the best running back in the playoffs. You just pay him. It's very naive. It's much more complicated than that. And what you try to do is study a little bit of history. The concern with Derrick Henry, of course, the position, the wear, tons of carries going back to college. I say this every time. Contracts are not a reward. They're an investment in the future. Look at another big